Welcome to Cooking with the Kriks. I'm Chef Serge, and today I have Sarah with Arkie Travels.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here. Y'all, I don't know how to cook, but this man does, and I think he's going to teach me quite a bit today.
Well, Sarah, I know how you like things local.
Yes.
So today what I did, I went and got this pork chop from Old Crow Station.
Yes.
You know, they get all their pork from the farm next door. What's the name of that farm?
The farm at Barefoot Bend. They're such cool people, such amazing people, and I love seeing Arkansas-made and Arkansas-grown products being used.
Absolutely, and not only that, we got ourselves one of our favorite wineries in Arkansas, Rusty Tractor Vineyards.
Rusty Tractor. Oh, their wine is so good. Y'all are going to love this.
All right, Sarah, today we're going to start with the pork chop.
Okay.
And the first thing you want to do is before you start, 30 minutes before you're about to cook it, bring it outside and let it go ahead and get to room temperature. That way it'll cook a lot more evenly.
So why do you do that? Why can't it just go straight from the refrigerator onto the pan?
Because the difference, you want it to be the higher in temperature.
Mm-hmm.
That way it cooks a little bit faster and more even. And also, the difference in the temperature on the outside versus inside is going to be also the same.
Okay.
And so first thing you do is go ahead and pat this dry really, really well. Try to get the moisture out, and we're going to discard the paper, add a little bit of oil. Go ahead and rub the oil on it really, really well. And again, go ahead and get the salt.
Oh, that looks amazing.
And evenly sprinkle the salt. And don't be scared. Don't be scared with the salt, because you know what? A lot of it you'll lose when you're grilling.
Okay.
And go ahead and do the other side. We're going to take the other side right quickly. Do the same thing. A little bit of oil. Rub it with a little bit of oil. Again, I try to use kosher salt because it's a lot easier, as you can see, to go ahead and sprinkle it on there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks a lot thicker.
It is, and same thing with the pepper. And my grill pan should be hot when I put it on there. And okay, you're hearing the sizzle.
Oh, I love that
ready.
sound.
Because if you don't hear the sizzle, you might as well take it off and let it go ahead and wait a few minutes, and that way the pan is at the proper temperature. Of course, you won't have that issue as much when you're grilling outside, because it'll be ready to go.
Yeah. Okay.
It's starting to smoke. And one of the things going to happen is, more than likely, if it starts buckling, we got some tricks to try to fix that because of the fat that's going to. Sometimes it buckles a little bit, so we'll make sure we got some tricks up our sleeve. And we're going to go ahead and put the grapes in there. Go ahead and put the.
All of them?
Dump it.
Dump it. Okay, Here we go.
You can hear the sizzle, so it's ready to go. Just stir it up a little bit. What you're trying to do is basically blistering the grapes. It's got a lot of sweetness in there. You want that caramelization of the sugars that are in the grapes to come out and give it a nice little coating. And at the same time, let the skin pop a little bit before we do to the next step, which is one of your favorite steps.
Adding the wine.
Adding the wine. But I'm sorry, before we do that, I forgot.
Oh,
a little bit of garlic. You've got to have the garlic.
The more garlic, the better, I say.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, garlic is one of those things for your taste. It's something that if you like a lot of garlic, put a lot of garlic in there. And if you don't, pull back a little bit. And right about a minute into it, we're going to add our wine.
Okay.
What do you think, Sarah?
You can do a little more.
All right, here you go. This is for Sarah. And we're going to turn the heat down just a little bit.
I see. They're starting to burst, like you were saying. Yeah.
And at this point, what'll happen is you got the sweetness of the grape, and you're getting a lot of the good wine seeping into the grape itself. Mm-hmm. So it's sweetening each other.
It smells so good. Y'all aren't here. Y'all can't smell this, but
nope.
The wine just smells delicious.
We're going to go ahead and add your aromatics. That's some thyme.
So what was that? Thyme?
That's thyme, fresh thyme, basil.
Okay.
A little bit of rosemary in there.
Wow.
And what we're going to do is let that sit there for about 3 to 4 minutes till the wine reduces in half.
Okay.
Sarah, now that it's cooked in half, the wine's I know you want to add a lot more wine, but we can't do that. We're not going to do that today. Okay. We're going to go ahead and add our organic chicken stock.
Okay, chicken stock. Wow, I never would have thought of adding chicken stock to something that's more fruity and wine based.
It balances out a little bit. It adds the salt in there. It adds a little bit of, a little bit of.
Kind of like cuts the acidity.
It does cut the acidity.
Okay.
It makes it a lot smoother.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we're going to have to wait on it to reduce in half. And while we're reducing that in half, we're going to go ahead and come back, and we're ready to flip this steak over.
Oh, that looks so good.
And now that you see it buckling, you know, like I said, one of the things that I do as a secret, just go ahead and if you put this on there,
okay,
it gives a lot better marks on the pork, and also it cooks a lot more evenly.
Okay, that's a great tip.
That's
I never
just
would have thought to do that.
And you know, when you're at the campfire, you know, the other thing you can do, of course, you can have some skillet potatoes on there, and I've got plenty of good recipes for you to try.
Okay.
But that's for another show.
Very cool.
While we're waiting for this to reduce in half, tell me a little bit about Arkie Travels, Sarah.
Awesome. So my husband and I, we travel all over the state, and people were asking us, where is this? They wanted to learn more. So we decided to start a fun little blog. And since then, we've become Arkansas ambassadors for the tourism board. We travel all over the place, visited all 52 state parks. And this is just something that's grown into more of a community. People love to be a part of it. They love to hear where we're going next, and they love to get ideas for where they can go and experience Arkansas.
All right. Now that the pork chop's ready, and we went ahead and took it off and let it rest. It's got to, Sarah, it's best you let it rest for about 3-4 minutes.
Okay.
Your sauce is just reduced in half for sure. This is the finishing touches.
Ooh, look at that butter.
That's what I'm talking about. Butter makes it always better. And within seconds, as soon as that butter is melted, go ahead and stir it in real gently. You don't want to pop all those grapes, but you want to stir that butter in. There we go. That's perfect, almost. Go ahead and scoop it up. Let's put it on this pork chop and see how it tastes. Yum, that looks amazing. See, Sarah? It's not hard at all.
You made it look so easy.
Well, I think it's time for us to at least try how our work chemical is going to taste like.
Okay. This smells just so good.
It does. And you know what? You know, when you're eating...
I mean, I'm going to get one of those little grapes there.
That's an amazing flavor pork chop. Oh, yeah, it is. You know, locally, you got it locally grown. You can tell the difference in the flavor. It's a little bit...
Very fresh.
Much, I guess, vibrant. Vibrant is the word I'm looking for. Flavor in the pork, even in the pork. And, you know, as they say, it is very, organic and, sustainable. And it's packed in nutrients. And it's very delicious.
So good. We're making this next time we go camping.
And guess what? You'll have plenty to drink afterwards.
Man after my own heart, y'all. Y'all, this recipe was so easy, even I could do it, and over a campfire. So awesome. Thank you, Chef Serge, for having me on. It was amazing.
Thank you very much, Sarah, for coming. And, I hope to get to see you soon.
Absolutely.
Come back. And folks, like you said, it's very easy. Therefore, just go to vibrantoccasions.com to the blog section and check out the recipe and cook it yourself.